This week's Parashat of Vaetchanan pretty much mentions the cycle of Jewish history that we have gone through time and time again. And it gives us the answer of how not to follow that cycle, how to break it. Right? It starts with Moshe pleading to Hashem to let him into Eretz Yisrael. That's how it starts, him pleading. Why did he have to plead? He pleaded because he made a mistake. He went against God. And then, after he receives a negative answer from Hashem, he goes to the Jewish people, to Am Yisrael, and tells them, listen to Hashem, be good, follow his mitzvot. After he tells that to Am Yisrael, there's the section of the Shema Yisrael and of mezuzot, right? So here it's two parts, and I think this is the message, right? First, you have the wording of the Shema, of what it says to love God with all your might, with all your soul. And it tells you in the Shema to put on tefillin, that little box on your head and on your arm next to your heart, and to talk about the mitzvot and to talk about Torah to your kids, to teach them when you're sitting, when you're walking, when you're going. Anytime you have, teach and study and learn. And the mezuzot, it's that same thing. Those boxes of the tefillin, it has the Shema Yisrael inside of them. The mezuzot that you put in the entrance of your house and your office, and each one of your rooms has the Shema Yisrael inside it. So we go from pleading to telling Am Yisrael to follow Hashem, and then the Shema and the mezuzot and the importance of them. And then he tells Am Yisrael, don't go astray. Don't assimilate. Don't be like your neighbors, because you have done so already. You've been bad, you've done bad things, and he goes into the examples. He goes into the examples of Parah Aduma, right? Of the red heifer. He goes into the examples of when they've been bad and how he pleaded with God to save Am Yisrael. And then it goes back anew into another cycle. Because at the very end, he predicts the exile again, that Am Yisrael will do bad things and go into exile, because they will not listen. But he tries to tell us to break the cycle is just putting the mezuzah in your home. Tefillin on your head every morning. Because that is the secret to breaking the cycle. If we do so, if we really love God with all our might, with all our soul, and we put practically put those symbols to remember. When we wake up in the morning, we remember there's Hashem. We have to follow His will. When we enter or go out from our houses, from our offices, we see a reminder that God is watching us. Then we will be able to not go astray and follow our tradition. And that is why it's critical to do these things and to do the mitzvot. Even for someone, as myself, I'm far from perfect or doing all the mitzvot. But to come and say, I'm not going to do any, because I know that right after I do some or one, I'm going to go do something bad, is the wrong way to look at things. Every chance you have to do a mitzvah, you should do it. You should put mezuzot in your home, in all the rooms, and you should put tefillin every morning. And you should light the candles and bring in Shabbat and keep Shabbat. When Moses goes over the Ten Commandments in this parasha, he changes the wording a little bit from when we originally heard the Ten Commandments. And it doesn't say, remember the Shabbat. It says, keep the Shabbat, to make sure that practically we keep it. Bezrat Hashem, shall we all of Am Yisrael, keep the Shabbat that's coming in today. Light the candles. Put mezuzot on our homes and on our work. Put tefillin for the men every morning. And may Hashem grant us success and geula bekarov beyamenu. Shabbat shalom.